And no one's going to be building Diffusal either.
Diffusal Blade on Nature's Prophet, maybe? He's got pretty decent attack speeds.
Yeah, but not the best. Then he's like, guys, let me get Manta. At that point, you're like, listen, just play position one. All right, you clearly want to.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Antares came over to try and secure the bounty, and all he secured is first blood there for tOfu. Ends up giving that one away, and it's still going to be 2 for 2 on the bounties as well. So nice little freebie there picked up from Gaimin.
They buffed it, yeah.
Oh.
They removed the recipe, they added Sage Mass, so you get a bit of mana regen, and they increased the damage as well. I think it was 125 or 150, then they improved it to 175.
Meanwhile, down bot lane, dyrachyo takes a heck of a beating right there. He's got 8 stick charges to use, going to use them right now, but with the involvement of Solo, 3 heroes versus 2, that's all you need to get the win. Down goes the carry Medusa. Very nice rotation coming out, and we saw this in the previous series with the Natures, but Ramses easy capitalized there on the 2v1 from Gaimin. So both carries actually end up dying. This is pretty rough. As a result, he's going to be able to hit those levels just that tiny bit sooner, and maybe with rotation from some supports on the sidelines. Could see some early deaths there for old kiyotaka. Actually, speaking of early deaths, maybe he's going to be able to get this water room bottled though, but even still, I think Quinn's going to try and stand his ground and take this kill. Does all back towards the tower. tOfu's in, but so is Solo, and there goes Quinn. The Pangolier does fall. And very nice rotations there from 9 Pandas.
I'm not sure. I mean, it wasn't. It's like I feel like it should have hit one of the trees. You know what I mean? Like he's standing. Is it really so precise that this gets through the gap? Quinn?
Yeah.
Oh, almost ulties.
Drop the Dream Core right now. TP also coming in from Solo. Maybe that's going to be enough. The leash is about to end, but Quinn runs out of HP before that comes out. Ends up being a nice free kill once more for 9 Pandas mid lane.
Ace is going for the first item hand of Midas, and that kill really accelerates it. Because I was thinking, like, it's a bit much to use your ultimate like that.
Oh, the spear! That was not good. That's going to cost MieRo his life, I think. A little bit of a whiff. Oh dear.
Probably dead either way, right? But yeah, these spears, some finicky mechanics going on them for sure.
Quite as easy to hit as it normally is. Meanwhile, Dream Call there, once again locking down onto Quinn. 3 people on top of him, another stun just as he was about to get out of the leash. And maybe now Seleri is also going to get caught out. He's still quite healthy, but Solo just going to be able to teleport in front. But the Quelling Blades, man, this is why you get the Quelling. Even still, it's actually not going to make a difference. He does still die, but it nearly pays off. Yeah, already setting up to just start spiraling out of control there on the old brute. Meanwhile, Antares maybe going to be caught. The spear does actually connect this time. Seleri, he's thinking about trying to make a solo dive there, but actually with the involvement here of kiyotaka and Solo coming on in, no chance of surviving that one. They actually commit the Dream Coil for that kill. Maybe, was that needed? I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Finally, we get the arena, and they're going to go for this, and this looks like a fairly easy kill on dyrachyo. And kiyotaka gets a double kill ace.
Yeah, gonna pop the split right now. Doesn't really care about going on towards kiyotaka. It's a difficult kill to find. Instead, maybe wants to just secure the much easier one onto the Venge right now. Locked in, and does go down. But, you know, that's a very small consolation prize considering how they still lost their own support plus their carry.
If they tell me one of the production computers is on fire, I'll be like, well, that's too bad.
Yeah. Seleri, though, talking about being on fire, trying to set a little flame of his own. Duking out from the high ground, he's doing a good job. Does he actually get himself out of this one? Solo is trying to predict the path he's going, cancelling all of these TPs, but all that does is give time for Antares to get close enough for a missile. They do get the kill in the end.
Not Celeri's best game so far. He has been taking a lot of these kills. I don't think, like, it's bad that he's dying a lot, just that for the team personally it's okay, but for him he's like, Death, Spear comes out, stuns, they want to get this kill.
They're going to try to. Pull-up stun comes in, Hammer is not going to connect though. Jesus, that Swashbuckle did a ton of damage right now. Now the turnaround is coming on in. tOfu with good connection on towards MieRo, draining away all of his mana. Still another roll runs through, second swash does get the kill, and now Ramses charging through. They're going to be able to get the grab on towards tOfu right now. Seleri coming in, will get killed on towards Antares. Has to now use the Flame and Lasso to run away from Ramses, but he's so damn slow, but it does not matter. He's got the tools to disengage, and Quinn, again, these swashes, man, doing so much work, but still the puck does survive. Can they find Solo? That is the question. I mean, he has been like enemy and number one so far for Gaimin Gladiators. They've gone on him every single damn time. I think he's got like six deaths, 5 deaths, something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely got. It feels like he definitely got the majority of them this game. And so, here we go.
Try again, but there's actually the 2 supports here for 9 Pandas to try and turn this fight around. And actually, looks like Seleri's the one who's taking the beating. Does drop the arena, but not really much follow up. Actually, there is some kiyotaka jumping in with good dream coil onto a few of them, but Quinn's able to use the rolling thunder. Gonna just charge through, gets the 1 stun, plus the sunshine coming through. It's not a lot of exhaust though, so kiyotaka does actually manage to survive. Ace though is not going to be so fortunate, but still, kiyotaka actually ticks out there from tOfu. And no detection, or actually,
they got him.
They dropped the sentry, and that is going to be a dead man. Tries to tornado his way out of there, but not successfully. So at the end of the day, it's a 3 for 2.
Completely skipping the wrath of, that's what it's called. The summons for now.
Very nice, they all solo coming in, but he might bump into Ace. Meanwhile, actually, kiyotaka's the one who's getting bumped into. Did he have enough follow-up damage? Actually was able to phase shift there. Super close. Actually, Solo, he comes in after the puck and already managed to get himself out of there. That feels kind of rough. But the rest of the 9 Pandas are here with this little smoke. Maybe they're going to try some sort of counterplay. They see Seleri.
No Ramzes though?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one.
3 versus 5. That's like you might get into a 3 versus 5. Dyrachyo, he is okay. Let's go to kiyotaka. They're starting to catch him. Oh, I hear swap.
Yeah, off to the left side. The rest of 9 Pandas there, but actually Medusa now quite separate from the rest of the team, so that's going to be an attempt from 9 Pandas. Yeah, Stone Gaze is there, making this very difficult for Ramzes, but they're running out of mana right now. They need some help with this Medusa to keep himself going. I just don't think there's anything, and he will end up falling down. Ramzes, through persistence, manages to get the kill. MieRo looks like he'll be the trade. Ramzes, man, he actually also gets a +1 onto Quinn, taking down the 2 main cores there on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. This is man on an absolute mad one right now. Ace elsewhere getting a double kill of his own. Can he find anything else at the tail end of this? Ramzes trying to hide in the trees. Good flank taker off to the side, but tOfu in the right place at the right time to stop that. Even the pull backwards there from the Void Panda. And Ramzes is going to try his best to get himself out. Kiyotaka also nearby, but there's not really much they can do with the swamp. Gets him out of there. Ramzes is going to be A-OK, or is he? He's actually coming back in. He wants to maybe finish off this fight, just chucking out the casual stun. And it does end up being just another trade of supports, but what a huge swap there from Antares, keeping this carry alive.
It's not a nice bit of mitigation that we're going to see from it. But yeah, I'd like to see if he can miss or not for the butterfly.
It looks like he actually buys a Shadow Blade instead. Meanwhile, tOfu trying to get himself out. Sprout will find him, and eventually he does just die.
Solo gets the kill as well. You know, one of the best team fights heroes on the enemy side is gone. Did you see the damage? MieRo's only done 3,000 damage. Not the highest this game.
Yeah,
Jim
but you got to consider how much damage he's done to towers with that hammer. Probably still not much, but even still, they're going to get this grab on towards Ramzes. If they can actually burst him down, he pops the BKB, but once more, there is the swap. Ace is going to try and chase him down with the help of Quinn, obviously.
BKB is about to go down.
Still forward. Yeah, they've called him. Drops it down straight into the Rolling Thunder. And a nice clean 2 kills there for Gaimin Gladiators. See if they force down this tier 2. I feel like they might have, but the Wrath of Nature from the Nature's Prophet just killed the entire creep wave, so they didn't actually have anything to push forward, which was a shame. So I feel like they might have.
It's still fine. Your carry gets to farm for free for a minute while the enemy carry doesn't, and Solo is going to be losing his life as well.
Yeah, nice pick off there.
Man, this is just Gaimin Gladiators slowly but surely getting more control of the map. Dyrachyo, he's controlled. There's not the Manta.
Yeah, I mean, look at the minimap. He has no teammates near him whatsoever. He might end up going down for this, and they will manage to get the jump off to the sides. Oh, they actually caught him! He did... What? Wait, was he silenced or something? Why did he not jump to his orb?
You're going to have to ask him. We'll ask them in the post-game interview. You know...
Yeah.
Especially if they lose, Jenkins will be like, do you think that's what cost you? Oh, Dyrachyo's caught.
That's massive, man. They can actually get the swap back in towards the base. He has managed to use the Stone Gaze at the very least. The rest of the team coming on in. EMP is there with the shard. It does track him back. They're trying to make as much space as possible, but these right clicks on Ramzes, man, there's just no way to stop it at all. And they end up getting the kill. So sure, they did lose the puck, but killing the Medusa inside their own base is absolutely massive.
And Solo is going for the Heaven's Halberd. I love it. You look at the enemy team, the only physical damage is going to be coming out from this Medusa. Make sure she's gone. Oh, Tofu's gone.
He is dead. There you go, a bit more damage done by MieRo there. He's recovering.
Big fan of just the Heaven's Output on solo. I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge item to get because Medusas in general don't ideally like to build BKBs if they can possibly avoid it. So you pretty much guarantee for this 5-second disarm to come through. No way to get rid of that whatsoever. But Ace trying to make a play of his own right now. Charge on in. Also with the help of the rest of the Gaimin Gladiators. But Ramzes is also going to be there. Flaming Lasso to try and keep himself alive for as long as possible. But it doesn't make any difference. We'll see who else is actually going to turn up here. I think with dyrachyo now TPing into tier 1. We'll see if they can get the grab onto any of these major calls here for 9 Pandas. They're actually trying to find Ramzes. He gets the Blink Dagger up towards the Twin Gate.
But I think they find him.
Yeah, they still spot him out. He's going to BKB TP. No way to stop that one. We'll see if we could do some cute play. Jump in and out of the pit perhaps. Steal the Aegis. Or maybe even the kill. Nah, it's probably not going to happen. He's too far away. Actually pinging him out from Seleri. He does have Flaming Lasso back off cooldown. He's going to get the grab. Perfectly timed there from the bat. Orb has already been used as well. Is there any way kiyotaka can juke and jive his way out this one, trying to TP? No cancel though. So Quinn, I'm sure, has probably got a bash speed up now. He kind of has to, but MieRo, he's also been caught on the complete opposite side of the map. Dear. That's just a freebie there for Ace.
It has not been MieRo's game at all. But at least for 9 Pandas, I think they're going to be able to get both Wisdom Ruins. So they go for so the Steel gets it. They're going to get theirs as well. So at least you get something, but you give away Aegis and a kill on your offlaner. And Ramzes doesn't have BKB.
Yeah, still down for 12 seconds. He's actually going to use God Strength to stand his ground, try and kill these Brewlings as fast as possible. Good swap once again, gets him out there. But Ace, man, Ace just charging in. But doesn't actually go the right direction. Not going to be able to find the Sven, but even still, they pick up the freebie there off the bench. Oh wait, actually, they still found him! Ace with the Storm Panda! They actually locate the Sven right now. Now he does have BKB back off cooldown. And there's not actually anybody else there yet from Gaimin Gladiators. Now he will pop it, but he doesn't even have enough mana to TP away, so he has to stand his ground right now, but eventually, surely, he gets ran down and killed.
This draft by 9 Pandas, it's just not, like the supports don't give you the ability to just stand and fight, just so they can like sustain themselves.
Yeah, not the ideal build, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. They're already getting the high ground siege right now. Swap aggressively on towards Quinn. Not sure if they really have the damage. Obviously, no Sven for another 30 seconds. Does have buyback, wants to hold on to him for as long as possible. Maybe forced to use it though, as the rest of his team is just dying inside their own base. But he really does not care about that. He's like, defend without me or die without me. I don't care. It's one of those two.
And 15 seconds. That means that at least one rack should be able to fall. He will have his ultimate though, so it could be a big opening. But oh god, the Raxes are falling, man.
Yeah. It's already gone, and then they're out.
Just feels like it's not an item you'd rather wish someone else, and you can go for a little bit more stats or something like that for the Mars. Either way, the smoke comes out.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get into the back line right now. Gaimin Gladiators, the instant Hex though on towards the pop, but once again, Antares is there with the swap to provide the help in hand. Going to cost him his own life though, meanwhile MieRo. Good arena, catching on towards 2. Might be the death there of the Invoker. The Meteor Hammer actually lands a couple of them as well. But the Medusa is just AFK, right-clicking everybody around them. Just people getting so down below. Now Ace, the real carry of GG, turns up to start helping out. We've got Ramzes focusing down onto Quinn. Too much damage. Blink off to the sides. Doesn't go very far. The BKB doesn't last long enough. It's a disaster now from 9 Pandas. If Ramzes got out there, it might not have been too terrible, but that is absolutely massive. And now 4 people gone. Gonna be another high ground coming out.
And we can't leave her alone, and that's what she just stood in far and did all the damage she had in Aegis. So
it's just one by one though. That's the problem.
It takes a while, you know.
It really does.
And you know, I remember we haven't even talked like this is without Ace, who's been doing a lot of damage as well in these fights.
He has. He's been an absolute troop for this game. As we see MieRo dragged to his death. Does drop the arena before he dies because he knew he didn't have buyback. There's no point holding on to it, but unfortunately it makes very little difference here. Tier 3 still falls. Mega Creeps only seconds away. Still 5 before Ramzes even respawns, but the buildings are gone before then. And now Mega Creeps at 34 minutes. Can 9 Pandas find some way of keeping themselves into this game? They actually do an aggressive swap onto the Medusa, but the Sprout is actually awkward. Ramzes couldn't hit him, and now dyrachyo just walks away from it. That could have been the last chance there for 9 Pandas, but they just weren't on the same page. They weren't even on the same book. And GG is cool. They tap out. Gaimin take game number 1.
Completely different libraries there by 9 Pandas, unfortunately. And Ace he absolutely crushed it. Kiyotaka had a tough laning phase, but he was able to make a comeback against Quinn thanks to some nice rotations from his team. But Ace didn't need any help. Well, does good work with it. Forces Ace to go. Like, I think he's gonna have to get a salve or something. He's not gonna be recovering his health anytime soon. Tangos are not enough.
Yeah, actually, are they gonna dive underneath the tower for this one? Reflection? Not even required, actually. It's Ramzes just runs him down under the tower. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I suppose with this, like, the high agi based hero of the TB, sure, you don't even need many items for your right clicks to be quite a nuisance. And now it's nighttime. They're going to charge after the old Grim right now as there's a rotation in from Solo, and he can't pop the Inkswell because he was silenced up. But now, no mana left here for Ace. Surge on cooldown, and with a support meta TB whacking into you, you are just dead. Even going to give the last hit to Ramzes. Really trying to set up for his game here.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes for that first iron mark. Here's the thing though. Early on, the stats on the TB is pretty impressive, right? Like you mentioned the high agility. Like he is in the armor as well, dyrachyo.
Yeah, first rotation here from Kiyotaka with the ultimate. I mean, he's a tanky boy with the old bristleback. But even still, he will still die, attempting a deny there to the neutrals. But not going to make it.
I'm feeling like it's a hand of Midas that with the gold that he's saving up for, which will allow him to continue scaling. One thing about Gaimin Gladiators is once those breaks and silver edges come out, late game bristleback is not the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah. If you can try and kite around as much as possible, it's not too bad, but Kiyotaka will definitely lose his life in Solo. Unfortunately, he's maybe coming in just to lose his life. The disruption's going to be there. Actually, he's going to be able to keep Quinn alive. The TP also coming in from Ramzes. Quinn, an aggressive swashbuckle off to the sides. He will actually get connected on by the reflection, but with the rolling thunder, he's going to try and just beat people his way out of it. With the speedy roll, he is gone. Yeah, I feel like 100% all our pubs are messed up right now, but the rotation's coming through. MieRo is here. They're going to try and run down Ace right now. He's surged up, but it will end. Maybe his life was actually Quinn getting involved. Nice Nice overgrowth, holding him in place, but even still, there's no damage coming through, and instead, they're going to put Ramzes in the grave. He is gone. Solo going to quickly be following his carry right now, as he will also fall. Elsewhere, it looked like Kiyotaka did get a solo onto tOfu at the very least, but even still, killing the enemy carry is very nice. And MieRo also is 0-0 and 6, so he's had 6 support kills that have fed a little bit of gold into him as well, but I don't know, just not quite working out. Instead, Rolling Thunder will connect onto Ramzes before he can use that twin gate. He's still trying to use it, but yeah, there's just no hope in hell chance of surviving this one. dyrachyo getting the credit there. And that's the second death on the board, no, third, sorry, actually, for the Night Stalker this game.
It feels like this is one of those best games to have it, where you're up against 5 melee people.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be super useful this game.
The only thing you could say is that you don't really have the best lockdown. Oh, Quinn.
Alright, they do drop everything to try and kill him. Silence also coming through. No help to be seen. There's a few members of Gaimin Gladiators nearby, but the Wisdom rune there on the Radiant side was one of his wolves. So they're going to be able to grab their own as well, so get that little bit of XP advantage there.
Ramzes gets their own was the rune on their side. So very nice overall. And they're keeping those towers alive, Kiyotaka.
Yeah, they're trying to go onto him right now. Quinn's taking a lot of damage in return, but he is going to be A-OK. And potentially we could be seeing this tier 1 tower falling as well. Doesn't look like 9 Pandas are really that interested in defending it. Ah, you could definitely build it onto Antares. 100%, let's see that. I want it.
Orchid into the Silver Edge on the support TV.
Yeah, sounds like a strong game of Dota to me. Meanwhile, Ramzes has been called out. Demonic Purge slowed him to a cruel, plus the Diffusal Blade on top of that. In comes Antares, does manage to get the Sunder off. That's actually going to be enough to keep Ramzes alive. The support TV works out, ladies and gentlemen. But can he get himself away? Solo, good over him, land on support. And actually, the roll call is coming in from Kiyotaka. The Soulbind, though, does connect on Ramzes, but there's just no damage to do with him. I say that, and there is. A shield crash gets the kill right now. And it feels like 9 Pandas maybe in a bit of disarray as MieRo's going to try and focus onto Seleri TPing out. Not going to work. He will die. Whereas Antares is just kind of being ignored because obviously it is a sport at the end of the day. Doesn't really matter if he goes down. dyrachyo turns up with the 2 million quills just sprayed into his face. And he will die. So after all of that, it started off not terribly for 9Pandas, but it's a 3-for-1 for Gaimin.
It's not a whole lot of magic on 9Pandas.
No, it's not. There's just a large portion of physical damage raining on him from these guys. I suppose the best is the monetize, I guess, from Kiyotaka, but that is about it. Meanwhile, at the bot, Ramses looks like he's been ran down. Meanwhile, dyrachyo on top of Kiyotaka, but gets away. He is fine. But yeah, Ramses does die elsewhere.
And mid lane, Kiyotaka's taking some damage. dyrachyo is just in the front. Can they actually kill him? Oh, Silence comes out.
Yeah, Orchid is there. Is there really much else? The answer is no. dyrachyo still feels like he can stand his ground, just absolutely annihilate Solo in that situation. The Magnetize keeps getting refreshed right now, so he's getting relatively low. MieRo running around with his creep army. tOfu probably going to drop there to the Granite Golem eventually, as he will take no more hits. Oh, will he? Ice Wall does connect on towards 2 right now. In a normal situation, you'd be very happy killing this TV, but doesn't really make much difference in this one. As, to be honest, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I am very, very happy that 9Pandas are losing this hard. Like, because if they weren't and they had to support TV, 100% the meta would be screwed up and our pubs would be messed forever. So I am kind of glad, in a very sadistic kind of way, as Ramses does end up dying, trying to run away here on the Solo, but there is going to be the point-blank Rolling Thunder to guarantee the kill. And you can see there, dyrachyo does not care at all about that. He's just objective Dota hitting buildings right now. Okay, now he's actually going to charge forward with the Bloodstone. Just wants to heal back up. And look, full HP full mana, but there is going to be that Sunder. Does a hell of a lot of work. That's why you can't do all this little chip damage to the TV. It's very dangerous.
Quinn wants to go in though, and they might just be able to get a kill on Solo. Ulties, but he's dead.
Yeah, he just gets ran down. No chance to survive that one. Yeah, once again, just the quill spam comes through. No Sunder that time available for Antares. And they are just full on crumbling right now. I don't see any reason for Gaimin Gladiators to leave the base, and they won't. They're going to go straight for the middle set. Just to use her analogy from earlier, putting a band-aid on an amputated limb. Just doing absolutely nothing.
And he's got the Holy Locket as well, so this should be like a buffed up healer. He's gonna be fine. Okay.
A very short range TP, but keeps him alive. Dark Ascension is going to be there. See what he's actually going to achieve. Ramses using that to hit creeps by the looks. It's still the fight happening underneath the Tier 4 towers. They get the kill until Solo, the Soulbind locking onto the 2 major cores. As Kiyotaka cannot survive through this onslaught of damage, just raining out from you actually get beat from dropping. There's a buyback also coming on now.
It's called.
It's called, yeah. GG is said. 9Pandas are done. And the support TB, thankfully, does not win.
I mean, come on, you know, it's like this one, 9Pandas, this draft felt... There's really nothing positive you can say about it. When you go in the last pick in that situation, you have TB already, you decide to switch it, you put carry Night Stalker.